Iranian security forces attack striking workers. According to reports, on Tuesday, January 16th, the Iranian regime security forces and plainclothes agents attacked the striking workers in the 22nd and 24th phases of South Pars oil and gas field and subjected them to beating and mayhem. The workers, while closing the doors of the company and seizing it, have announced that they will continue to strike and protest until their salaries are paid and that they will not open the doors of the phases. Iran. Cleric calls for gender segregation in hospitals. At an open session of the mullahs' parliament on January 14, Nasrollah Pejman, a cleric and deputy from Mashhad, addressed the health minister and objected to the presence of male staff in giving services to women, and added, "Women's privacy has been distorted. Why are men present in the operation room where a woman is taken for a C-section or abortion?" Offices of 60 Friday prayer imams were attacked during the uprising. Referring to the anger and disgust of the people over repression, corruption, and theft, Mullah Muhammadi said in Hamadan's Friday prayer this week that during the uprising, about 60 offices of the Friday imams were attacked. Being extremely frightened by death to Khamenei cries, he tried to pretend that Khamenei is not responsible for the people's problems. He ridiculously said, "Why do you pin the blame for all the problems of the country on the leader?" Iran. Women musicians deprived of going on stage in Isfahan. Isfahan's Department of Culture and Guidance prevented women players of the National Orchestra of Isfahan from going on stage in their concerts on January 12th and 13th, 2018. Shahruz Baluchistani, player of flute in this orchestra, told the media, "The National Orchestra of Isfahan was formed in 2014. Women always take part in the orchestra's rehearsals, but they are not granted permission to participate in the actual performances." U.S. to have open-ended presence in Syria. The United States signaled on Wednesday an open-ended military presence in Syria as part of a broader U.S. strategy to prevent Islamic State's resurgence. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, in a speech at Stanford University, made clear the U.S. would work diplomatically toward Assad's exit from power, but called for patience, an acknowledgement that Assad has been bolstered by Russia and Iran and is unlikely to leave power immediately. Iran feeling Europe pinch following Trump threat on nuclear deal. European countries have increased pressure over Iran's ballistic missile program and its role in regional conflicts, even as they try to tackle President Trump's threat to nullify the nuclear deal with Tehran, a news report has revealed. A Financial Times report, quoting foreign ministry sources in Berlin, said that German, French, and British foreign ministers and the EU's foreign policy chief agreed with Iran to hold an intensive and very serious dialogue on Tehran's missile program and regional influence. The report says that European diplomats are seeking more information from White House officials to understand what Trump wants and how they might be able to meet his demands within the deadline he has set. Basically, it's an ultimatum to the EU.